Hi, I'm Shelly Taylor, team leader for Shel's Home Team, brokered by EXP, and this is my story. I was asked to share my story with you today. So my mom started in real estate in 1980 when interest rates were at 13.5%. In her first full year of real estate, they climbed to 18.5%. She became a $1 million agent selling $35,000 houses at 18.5% interest rate. She was a beast. Luckily, I got to learn real estate through her. But I was smarter than her. Oh yeah, I went off and had another whole career. I ended up going into advertising, became an operations manager for a very large creative ad agency in Richmond, went on further to own my own ad agency with a group of partners, and did that up until the 2000s. I decided to get my real estate license about 15 years ago, and I moved home and partnered with my mom. I still do things the old school way. And it was a great learning experience. From there, I went on and became a sales manager for an ad agency, managing broker. I got to work in vacation sales. I've done luxury property. I've done every beach from Sandbridge all the way up into Ocean View. So I know all of them very well and intimately. And that was a great learning experience. Then I decided I wanted to learn about teams and how do you run a team. I was a high producing agent and I wanted to see if I could extend myself further. I ended up at a brokerage here in town that is an independent brokerage. It's not a franchise, but it is the largest brokerage in the area. And it has an incredible reputation. And they opened a little office for me near my home where I lived. So I was pretty content. I had a pretty good split. I was treated extremely well. If anybody asks me today about that brokerage, I can only say great things. They were really good people. They were really good to me. But I was getting up there a little bit in age and wanted a little bit more and something to be able to, as most of us look up and say, I'm going to retire someday. So I had some decisions to make now on what do I do? How do I get through this? What opportunity do I have? Do I open my own brokerage? I do have my broker's license. I have managed before, so I could open my own brokerage. Do I go back where I have open arms to that great brokerage that I worked for in the past, who would open me and my team with, welcome us with open arms? Or is there something more? Because my requirements, my dreams, my soul's yearning did not go away. I still wanted that equity, but I really, really, really did not like the behind the scenes in the brokerage. I don't want to do compliance. I really don't want to be the P's and Q's and T crosser on contracts. I love teaching my agents. I love pouring in strategy and how to look around corners and how to anticipate things. That's something I love. So if I'm doing those things there, then I'm not doing the things that I love to do, which is pouring into my agents. It's taking them with me on listing appointments or talking to them about their issues and pouring into them. So in my soul, I really did not want to open a brokerage, and I knew what it would take would be a lot of energy in areas that I did not want to expend. So I did a lot of soul searching and decided to give a friend a call. We knew each other professionally as colleagues, and we had just finished doing a deal together. And she never bugged me. She wasn't recruiting me. There was no bug or, there was no hook. There was nothing. I called her. I picked up the phone. I will never forget that day because I was in my home, in my bedroom. It was probably 8 or 8:30 in the morning. And I picked up my phone and I just called her. And I said, look, I'm going to be making a change. My team will be moving with me. I'm not sure where the good fit is for us yet, but I would love to ask you some questions. I mean, come on guys, haven't you ever thought about that before? Like, I want to just pick up the phone and ask somebody some questions. It may or may not be a good fit for me, but it's what I want to do. I want to find out more. Well, that's exactly the position I was in. And she was so kind. And she stopped what she was doing and she talked to me about the model, and I was intrigued enough to say, let's do a further conversation. So we set up a Zoom. She showed me her dashboard. She talked to me about stocks. I saw in black and white what her stocks were doing, her revenue share. Now remember, I was interested in equity. So I was mostly focused on that stock issue. I understood revenue, but not, versus profit share, revenue share. I understood it, but I didn't really understand it. Because even though you see it, until you're in it and you're getting those checks, it's hard to believe that it's real because it's never been done anywhere before. And in that process, what I realized is that what's good for me is good for everyone around me. And that was a huge learning thing because my agents actually could benefit more. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys the truth here now. I am currently 59 years old. Most of my team is 30, 35, 40. They're at a much younger age than I am, and their ability to take advantage of this program and the longevity of their career was just huge. So I started this process, and again, remember, I like to pour into people. So here I am, and I'm realizing what I could get. And what is sticking in my brain is how good it is for my agents and what a blessing it could be in their lives. And so being able to start at an earlier age and build this equity for them is a true retirement program. So I was ecstatic over what I felt like I could do, but my agents could do as well. So in my story, as I'm watching this and I'm realizing this, I know that I want to have that conversation with my agents and I want them to understand what's going on. Now there's one other thing that I realized too as a team leader, and I'm speaking to those of you out there right now that are team leaders. You know that most team members are on your team an average of 2 to 3 years. Some leave earlier, some leave later, some will stay with you forever. You might have 1 or 2 people that hang in there for a lot longer. But on average, we know it's a 2 to 3 year gig. So you spend a lot of time pouring into that agent. You want a little bit of time when the ROI is the other way, that you've given enough that they're rolling and making some money, and you can make some money off of them, and that comes in year 2 and 3, and obviously anything longer than that. So as a team leader, I'm realizing with this program that I can build my team and I can train them, and when they leave, I'm not upset because I help them transition within EXP, keep their stock, keep their revenue share, be able to build their own team if that's what they want to do. And I'm incentivized to help them do that. Or they could become a dual agent in another state and spend half time here and half time there and be an independent. It doesn't matter, because what does matter is what do they want. So now I'm not training my competition. Now I'm training my future. So I tell them, relax, your first year we're going to work on you being a great real estate agent. We're going to teach you how to be a great real estate agent. And then if you decide you want to layer on other things, we have access, with what do we have, 50 to 80 hours of education? So in my story, I'm realizing that all of this that has been bothering me in my current places has been solved in this place. And my story is that made it very, very smart to go to my team and say, guys, I think I found our solution. And once they saw it, they got it quick. So I'm going to tell you that no matter where you are in your life, no matter where you are in your career, the opportunity here to build what you want. Well, I've just never seen another brokerage that could create that opportunity like this one has. So I was able to realize within this company, within this brokerage, my ability, my entrepreneurship, my growth potential, that I was thinking small and now I can think big. The limits are not there anymore, not only just for me, but also for my team and for those people that come and join me in whatever capacity they want to join me. And my story is not finished.